Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel by clicking on the red subscribe button.
Hi guys, this is the second part of the Ikea box camera build. If you have not watched part 1, please click on the link on the top right hand corner. So since the last video, I spent about another 5 to 6 hours spread over a few days to complete the build. I've put in the lens mount, the two side panel, the back door, and also do the light proofing. So to follow me through this video to see what I've done and also the result of my test shoot. So what I've added in for this focusing mechanism is the brass plate below, so that the round mounting board won't fall out. This is a recycled piece from the previous project, and on top I put another piece of wood to block it from falling off. So if I need to rotate the board, I can just rotate it away and then change the orientation. So I secure the hinge for this door frame to the round table. Right, I have not put in the lock for this one. There seems to be enough friction to secure the paper, but I will see whether do I need to add a lock here to prevent the door from opening when the paper is in, and also to put some pressure so that it will be pressed onto the photo paper. Okay, so you can see that I have attached the focusing rod to this mounting board area through the use of another piece of wood panel, one short piece, and then just use 3 screws or 2 screws to secure it to the mounting board, and then another screw on top as a locking nut to lock it to the focusing rod. Right, so we can now push the rod in and out for focusing. It's quite smooth. So I also 3D printed a lens board for this box camera using wood filament. So I did a more fanciful design with something like the sun ray, right? Hopefully that there will always be good sunlight when I shoot with this box camera. Right. So this hole is actually copper one, so that my 4x5 lens, this Fujifilm 210, can fit in, and then I just tighten it with the locking nut. Right. Okay, and then screw the back element back. Okay, so this is how it will look like. There are 3 mounting holes here where I will screw it to the box camera. So I will need to spray the back of this lens board black, because this wood filament is not light proof. So hopefully by spraying a few layers of black paint, this will become light proof, become opaque. So alright, I have give this lens mount 2 layers of black paint. It's just a normal spray paint. I just spray 2 layers on it. So we can check whether is it light proof by using maybe a handphone torch. Right, you can see that for the area that is not painted, the light from the torchlight came through. Right, but when it's over the painted area, we don't see any visible light. Right, I see something in the seam here, where they are joined. Maybe the paint wasn't that thick, but it's so dim that I think it should be alright if we are shooting photo paper. Okay. So the light proofing for the lens mount is done. So this is how it looks on the other side. So this is the focusing rod. I have bought a door knob for it. So what we're going to do is to drill a hole in the rod. It's a bit thin, but I think it will still works, and then screw in the doorknob, right? Okay, so here you can see that I already fixed up the handle or the knob to the focusing rod. Right, so I can move in and out with this knob in place, much easier. It's mainly just a screw, but because this knob is this rod is quite thin, so I actually put some epoxy glue on top to help it. Okay. I also added in the sleeve. This is just cut from a pair of old trousers. So this outer ring is actually 3D printed from wood filament also. Internally there's also another wooden ring, and I just screw the cloth, the sleeve to the ring here. You can see the outline here, and just screw it onto the wood. So it should be quite secure. Right. So for the back door, I have actually put in the circular piece of wood. Right, so and a small brass handle to open it and close it. Now I couldn't find a proper lock for this yet, so now I actually tighten it just by friction. And this is a 3D printed outer ring, but it's not perfect yet. I probably have to change this to a slightly wider in width, and also the inner diameter to be slightly bigger, because now it's a bit just nice, and so it doesn't close very well when all the screws are tightened. Okay, so I'm reprinting this, but for now it works. So this is the wooden door, slightly more close up. And you can see there is 2 layers of plywood here. One circular piece of wood cut smaller than the other, so that the circular one should fit into the hole. Right, and the outer wood is just acting as a light trap. Right, so when I close this, right, hopefully no light should go through. Okay. So I painted them black to reduce reflection, and also hopefully the save has a better light trap. So for this design, I have designed such that the side panel can be fully open, slightly different from other design where the top can be opened instead. Put in the eye screw, so one here and one by the side here, and then tie a string here. This is a parachute cord, just to give a little bit of support to the hinge when this side panel is open. So here I pasted some black felt along the sides at the bottom. I also drew this wood along the side, so that all this will act as light trap. So on the front, I have mounted the lens board using 3 screws. As mentioned, this is a 3D printed. This is Copa 1 hole. Right. The other side has been painted black as shown earlier. So this is alright. The front is done. The other side, I have just screwed in using cell tapping screw to screw in this side. So this side is non-removable. So how do we check for light proofness of the box? So it needs to be light proof so that no stray light will leak onto the photo paper when we take it. So usually what I do is I make use of this strong LED light, and I will shine it along all the seams, right, along the lens board when the lens is mounted, around the sleeve hole at the side, and then at the back, the back door, right. And I will check under dark cloth. If you can do it in a dark room, that would be better. But if you can't, then I will just do this under the dark cloth. And from the front, with the back door closed, I will check and see whether can I see any light leaks or not. If there is, I will patch it up, usually with black tape or some pieces of wood to block out the light. Similarly, if the lens is mounted, then I will shine my torch around this area, and at the back, from the back door, I will check is there any light leak. So I bought this hardware tripod mount from the China website Taobao. It's actually quite nicely made. So you can see that there's two small hole here with the tripod mount in the center. The two small hole will allow you to tighten this whole thing with two small screws.
Eventually.
So what I've also done is to apply 2 layers of shellac on the wood. So this is the shellac that we can get here in Singapore. I think it's about $7 or $6 or $7 Sing dollars a bottle. And we just use a brush to apply on the wood. We'll give a yellowish stain. Right, and after every layer, I will sand it and then reapply it. So I'm just going to do 2 layers, which is done. Right, and this is how it turned out to be. Kind of golden yellow color. You notice that on these 2 sides, there's some dark marks. I was actually trying to distress the wood, make it a bit look older. I think this side was done better than this side. This side, I think the burn mark was a bit too direct, right? Doesn't look as well, but it's okay. It's just for try.
Okay, so what happened is that I have run out of my UFOD multi-grade paper developer, and I don't really want to go downtown and to the shops to buy another bottle. So I thought I can mix some up myself. The paper negative is usually quite contrasty if we shoot it using the Afghan Box Camera. So I was looking for a developer that will give a lower contrast, and I saw this mentioned a few times in some other photo forum threads, and after some googling, I find this recipe in the darkroom cookbook available on Google ebooks. So this Gavet G.253 is known as the soft portrait paper developer, and this is the recipe, right? So I thought I will give this a mix and then try it out using my newly built Afghan Box Camera.
Okay, so we are ready for our test shoot. So I have poured in the 2 chemicals. This is the soft portrait paper developer that I mentioned in the earlier part of the video. I dilute it 1+1, and this is the UFOD fixer 1+9. I've cut some UFOD multi-grade RC paper to 4x5 size, because that is what my plate is going to support, and it's already inside here. So I have set the ISO to ISO 3 because we are working with the photo paper. My lens biggest aperture is f5.6, and the shutter time is 1 second per the light meter reading, so we are exposed for that. So this is a test shoot of my own self-portrait. Seems good. Contrast still a bit high despite using the soft portrait paper developer. But that's fine for now. I can fine-tune that later. So what I'm going to do now is to take a photo of this negative to produce a positive, right? So that is the most common way of getting a positive photos out of the box camera. So let's do it now. So I do not have the negative holding stand that you find in many Afghan box camera. So for now, I'm just going to find a surface and then stick the wet paper to the surface, to the wall, and then we'll take a photo from here. So this is the result of the first test shot where I faced the camera directly and the light was actually coming from this direction, from the side. So end up I have a big part of my face in the shadows. What I decided to do was to face the light instead. So end up I have more of my face in the highlight. And this is how the positive turned out to be after I reshoot this negative. Okay. Thank you for watching to the end of this video. I hope you like the test shot result and how I built up this camera. I just want to share that even if you build a box camera from scratch, that means without using an Ikea wooden shell like I do, it's actually not too difficult. It's possible to build them just using hand tools, especially if you are in my situation. I live in an apartment where using powerful power tools is actually not quite possible because of the noise and space and such. So you can also reference to other camera builders who have shared their box camera builds online on YouTube. So hopefully you can pick up some ideas from our videos and come up with your own design. If you do that, please let me know. So that's all for now. I intend to bring out this camera for some outdoor shooting. If I do that, I will post a video. Do remember to subscribe to my channel and also turn on the notification icon so that you will be informed of any upcoming videos from me. Thank you. Hi guys, we have come to the end of this video. Please like it, share it, and finally do subscribe to my channel, and I see you at my next video. Take care. Bye.